Hello, everybody. It's Friday, December the 6th, 2024. And it's time for another episode of AMA Air. Coming up today, we say farewell to our current executive director, Chad Boudreau.
I'm back from Florida. Thought I'd tell you guys a little bit about Jets over DeLand.
And we've got a very special guest joining us at the top of the show to tell us a little bit about how 2024 went. All that and more coming up today on AMA Air. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of AMA Air, brought to you by the fine folks at HSD Jets. My name is Matt Ruddick.
My name is Lee Ray. Hello, Matt.
Hello, sir. How are you doing this fine Friday afternoon?
This fine, lovely Friday. It's actually really pretty here. How's it up there in Muncie?
You know what? The sun's shining. It's a beautiful day. It's cold. It's in the high 20s. But hey, you know, the sun's out, so I'm happy.
You know, sun's out here too. And I was going to say, I was going to save this for the IFlyAMA segment, but for those of you watching or online right now, go to our IFlyAMA page on Facebook. I started a poll today. I just thought I'd ask everybody what they're doing this weekend. So are you going to build, are you going to fly, or are you going to do some shopping? So let us know in the poll, and maybe we'll show it up later before the end of the show.
Yeah, I think shopping's on my list of things that needs to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it needs to. Lee, I know you just got back from Florida. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sorry, I wanted to put a joke in there, but I'll just go straight to it. Yeah, I'm back from Florida. I had a great time. Got to visit my son at Embry-Riddle, but while I was there, the DeLand Radio Control Club was putting on their Jets over DeLand. I tried to do a live segment with you guys last month. It was, I don't know, hit or miss. When you and I were talking before the show, it was perfect. And then all of a sudden, when I went live, my quality went down. So for those of you who didn't catch that, on our Facebook page, there is a photo gallery. It's right here if you're watching. And just go to the albums and look over Jets over DeLand. And these are all the photos that I took. And boy, I had a great time, guys. About 60 pilots or so. The weather was actually not too bad. The wind was odd. It was crosswind both days, Fridays and Saturdays. But obviously, it didn't have any impact on these lovely jets that were there. Gosh, it's a good time. I have never been to a full-scale jet event. Oh, sorry, full-scale. A giant-scale jet event this big. So many wonderful airplanes, great pilots. This is our buddy Archie's. Yeah. Stafford's MiG-17. It was on the cover of our Facebook page, if you happen to catch that. I mean, beautiful plane and great pilot, too. So if you get a chance, I'd like for you guys to go to the page, look at the album photos, and enjoy. And I'm looking forward to either going back to that one or finding another jet event, next year to hang out at.
Well, it's very fitting that we're talking about that a little bit, because as I mentioned earlier, this month's episode rather is brought to you by the folks at HSD Jets. We'll tell you a little bit more about them a little bit later on in the show, but it was a really cool event. And just when we did get to talk to you a little bit on the show last month, it looked like a lot of fun, and the Jets were absolutely gorgeous. So it was really cool to see that.
Yeah. And I don't have the link here, but if you go to our YouTube channel, the Academy of Model Aeronautics YouTube channel, there is a video I did upload of just, flight data that I got on my camera. I had a lot of fun just sitting there enjoying the show. So it's about, a 16-minute video or so, but you can go check out the highlights. They're on our YouTube channel.
Very cool. Well, Lee, we've got a guest to bring on the show. Why don't you do the honors of introducing our special guest?
I will not do it nearly as good as you with your magic voice, but in the wings is our Tyler Dobbs. He is there he is. Tyler's going to share with us basically like a year in review, talk about government, the advocacy we've been doing, but I think he's got some other stuff. If you hadn't catch the early video we did 2 months ago.
Yeah, maybe a couple months now.
Yeah. Tyler you might be seeing Tyler more on our show in a different role. So Tyler, why don't you give us an idea of how the year went?
I think, as you mentioned in Gov, the Senior Director of Government Affairs here at AMA and have been for a few years. And this last year was a good one for AMA. Some great things happened in regards to government affairs. Clubs and events got some higher altitudes, which was good. And I'll give a little teaser. We think some good news is coming, hopefully in the next few months, that we'll be able to share. We're working on some things with the FAA. I don't want to get too deep into that. But overall, the biggest thing that happened last year was FAA reauthorization passed. And those that are watching may remember back in 2018, FAA reauthorization was not so kind to us and the hobbyists. The good news is in 2024, we got some corrections made with Congress and into legislation that will ease things up a bit. And as I mentioned, hopefully we'll have some good news to share, but we're working with the FAA on those changes that will allow for higher operations at our fixed sites in Class G airspace. We know that's been a stickler. It's got some educational provisions, some corrections to large model aircraft operations. You just mentioned that big jet event, Lee, and those were some gorgeous aircraft. But lessening the restrictions is something that we're going to be able to focus on now as we move forward. And that work is currently being done here in Government Affairs Department with Holly Silvers and Lucas Rodden, working with the FAA and myself on a pretty much daily basis now to implement that new law. So excellent news for the hobby, and we will continue to advocate on behalf of AMA members and the hobby in general and try to continue to lessen those restrictions as we move forward.
Now, you mentioned a new name in the Government Affairs Department. Lucas has recently joined your team. Do you want to tell folks a little bit about what he's going to be doing for you guys?
Sure. So Lucas is currently, if some of you may remember, just to take a step back, if you are part of a club and you have put in for a FRIA request, Lucas previously worked in the clubs department and managed that process. Lee was part of that somewhat, and he worked with many of the clubs out there as well. But Lucas, I think, took the brunt of that work on and did a great job. I think now it's safe to say we're at 100% approval for all of our sites. Either you are a FRIA, or if you're not a FRIA, you have an authorization that exempts you from the remote ID rule. So every site out there should be able to go out and fly. Every club should be able to go out and fly without the need for remote ID, which is excellent. Lucas did such a great job that we kind of transitioned that FRIA process over to Gov, because that's never ending. We're always going to have new clubs or clubs that move locations. The renewal process will be here before we know it. The FRIAs and the exemptions are valid for 4 years, and we're already, almost a couple of years into that. So we'll have to renew that. So we brought Lucas on to manage that, as well as our airspace. We have a number of things regarding the airspace. We have altitude waivers for events. We have remote ID waivers. We have requests to fly higher in controlled airspace for day-to-day and for events. We'll likely see that in Class G here in the next few months. So Lucas is gonna pick all that up and continue to manage that. And we have seen great things from him, and we expect to see great things here moving forward. So I encourage any member or club, if you guys have a question regarding a FRIA or some sort of authorization or exemption that is needed, reach out to Lucas and see how we can help you.
Yeah, I'll do a quick shout out to Lucas as well. Working with him with FRIAs, hard worker, very efficient, follows up. And I know that this is not that people didn't know who I was, but I have been to many events where I mention Lucas and they go, "Oh yeah, the guy who's helping us with our FRIA." So
Right.
There are many people out there that know Lucas's name and they've spoken to him directly to get the help that they need. So, congratulations on helping Lucas find a transition to your government department.
Yeah, like I said, he is doing excellent work for us, and we're very encouraged and look forward to all the great things he's going to do.
Yep.
Well, speaking of transitioning, I know that you're transitioning over to a new role in the AMA, as we mentioned last month. Chad Boudreau, our executive director, is moving on to bigger and better things, and you are going to be stepping into his shoes for at least the interim basis.
Right.
Why don't you talk a little bit about that and how that transition is going?
Sure. So I still will be part of Gov. I'm still the senior director of that department, but as well, I'm going to take on the interim position. Chad, it's a little bittersweet. I mean, I'm happy for Chad, and I look forward to the new opportunities he's going to get. But Chad brought me on here back in 2016. He hired me, and kind of I've worked under his wing for the past few years, and so it's sad to see him go. But we want to continue with some of the great things that Chad has created for AMA and put forward for AMA, and we're going to continue those on into the future. I will be stepping in as the interim executive director as the executive council looks for a permanent director. So I'll be at that. I'll be, manning the ship, so to say, until that position is permanently filled. So double duty, but rest assured that government affairs, even as with me as the interim executive director, government affairs is going to be well handled. I'll actually be going to DC next week for a couple days, just to do some congressional meetings and a few other issues to take care of. As Congress, we get the new Congress next year. We'll be right back in offices introducing the new members of Congress to AMA and what we're all about, and look forward to doing so. And like I said, we're going to continue to work to reduce the burdens that we've been facing here for the past few years.
Well, Tyler, I want to thank you for stepping in, tackling a very huge job for the Academy of Model Aeronautics. And, we are fighting for every person who enjoys this hobby. And I know you have done a great job fighting, especially with the government. So I know we have a good person coming in to help us out.
Well, thank you. I look forward to it. And, you guys are excellent, and the rest of the staff here are as well. So members and the hobby is in good hands. You guys are going to do what you've been doing for years now. And we're going to continue to do great things moving forward.
Well, as I tell everybody, like almost everybody at my club, it's like, we're still flying like we did 10 years ago, like we did 15 years ago, 20 years ago. I mean, no one's lost their rights to fly. People want to have remote ID, they can, but most of every event I've been to has been a remote ID or an exemption event. So we have you and your team to thank.
Well, thank you. But again, the team's much bigger than Gov. Certainly that seems to be the issue and topic at hand often, but there's so much great
I
stuff.
meant Matt too. I mean, Matt's huge part of that process.
Everybody's doing great things,
Hey,
whether
they are.
be part of the club or competition, the membership, everybody is just doing excellent work.
Absolutely. Well, Tyler, we want to thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy day to come join us here on the show to recap a little bit of what's been going on in 2024 and to look ahead into 2025. So thank you for coming on, and hope you have a great rest of your day and a great weekend.
Well, thank you. And I would just like to, wish Chad again the best of luck in his new career and with his move. And I just hope there's great things to come for him. So can't thank him enough. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Tyler. We appreciate it. And speaking of Chad Boudreau, our now departing executive director, we do have one final View from HQ. If you guys are familiar with the View from HQ videos that Chad's been putting out the last couple of years, we've got one final one from Chad that we wanted to share with you guys here on the show. So we'll kick you off over to that, and we'll see you on the other side.
As some of you know, I am stepping down as executive director. I'm moving on to a new chapter. And as I clean my office, I wanted to pause one more time, as I sometimes do, and just have an unscripted conversation and update to you all to say thank you. Thank you for supporting me, more importantly, this organization. Thank you to the Executive Council and staff, my predecessor, Dave Mathewson, all for giving me this just dream job. I am eternally grateful for this rewarding experience. And while our relationship will change, know that I will continue supporting this organization. I am a foundation torchbearer. I renewed my membership, and I hope to do something I admittedly have not done in a few years, and that is get out and fly again. So while we may not see each other through this channel, I hope we bump into each other at the flight line or an event. And just know I will be alongside you all as we cheer on this great organization. Thank you for everything you do. Let's give Tyler all the support he needs as interim executive director, and let's continue moving the mission of AMA forward.
Wow.
Yep. So there you go. There we have it. Our final view from HQ from Chad, our executive director. We had a little get together at lunch today to as a staff to kind of say our farewells and just have some time together to tell stories and things. And it was a lot of fun. It was really good to hear some of the stories that everybody had. And Chad was. So Tyler mentioned, Chad hired him when he came to the AMA. Chad also hired me when I came to AMA. Coming up on 10 years. Wow, in a couple months it'll be 10 years. So, so it's to say bittersweet is an understatement. We're all gonna miss Chad, and we wish him the best in his new career. And it's going to be it's a tough day for a lot of us here at AMA. So we're getting through it the best we can, but it's going to be good to see the awesome things that Chad's going to do.
Thank you, Chad, for all you've done. And I've enjoyed all of our conversations. Sorry I wasn't there to go party with you at your going away party. I'm a little brought a bit of a way, but I've always appreciated our conversations. I've always felt that you've had the hobby up front in your heart, and good luck to your future.
Absolutely. Well, folks, it's time to switch gears just a little bit, as we like to say here on this show, and talk a little bit about some world championships. And we talked last month about the world championships that had already occurred help me out, Lee. They were, we had world championships for scale. And there was one other that I'm forgetting off the top of my head. That's my fault, guys. But we also talked to you.
It's not on my notes.
It was the drone.
It's all in your head.
It was the drone world championships. That's right. We also talked to you a little bit about that. There was another one that was getting ready to start, or may have even started like the day of our show, and that's the F5B Electric Glider World Championships going on in Maricopa, Arizona. That took place November 6th through the 15th. And we have some results to share with you guys. We told you we'd try to bring those results to you, and we have those. So for the individual championships, the first place went to Thomas Wakerland from Switzerland. Second place went to Heiko Greiner from Germany. And third place went to Karl Wasser from Austria. Our U.S. team members, Lenny Keir finished 11th. Artie Means finished 15th. Jeff Kieseman finished 18th. And Steve New finished 22nd. As far as the overall team results are concerned, Switzerland took the first place prize. Germany finished second. Australia was third. And the United States finished in fourth. So those are your final results from the F5B Electric Glider World Championships out at Maricopa, Arizona. We want to take this second to let you guys know once again that this episode of AMA Air is brought to you by HSD Jets USA.com. Are you an RC enthusiast seeking top-tier aircraft? Well, look no further. HSD Jets USA, your premier destination for high-quality radio-controlled planes and jets. Based in Arlington, Texas, HSD Jets USA offers a diverse selection of models, including turbine jets, electric ducted fans, and propeller planes, all shipped directly from their U.S. warehouse. HSD Jets USA is committed to delivering outstanding customer service and after-sales support, ensuring you have a seamless experience from purchase to flight. Elevate your RC adventures with HSD Jets USA's innovative and meticulously crafted aircraft. Visit HSDJetsUSA.com today to explore their full range and take your passion to new heights.
So, Bryce, do me a favor. Go back up to the top. Click on the 747 because I want to interject here. If you could go scroll through again, it's probably the little you go slider there. But I just want to say I'm mad as heck at them for building this because my son is going to demand one of these. My son loves the 747. And I don't know if I told you the story at AirVenture when he went to one of the flea markets. Go look it up, folks. There is an escape device for a 747 for the pilots. It's a belay type device. There's a video on YouTube, but my son got one. It is the coolest thing. But when he saw this model built, he goes, "Dad, I am going to get that someday." So curses you for, making me fork out thousands of dollars. But I also want to add, I have a good friend named Michael Rosnick who lives in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, who is converting his to a shuttle carrier. We have posted photos of it before. He has posted them on the IFlyAMA page on group, on Facebook. And I know he's working on the shuttle. I promise you guys, as soon as he's ready, I will be out there either with my video camera or my still camera. I will get videos of that for you. So thank you.
I cannot wait to see that, for the record.
That'll be the ad for HSD Jets.
Yes. Well, we appreciate HSD Jets USA for sponsoring this episode of AMA Air, and we look forward to talking more about them in the future. They're going to be with us for a little while. So let's move on to some AMA news. We have AMA Executive Council election results for this year are posted. They are out. If you guys haven't seen those yet, we have them up on our AMA blog at amablog.modelaircraft.org. We'll recap those winners for you right now. Eric Williams won in District 2, or excuse me, District 1. Yeah, District 2. District 4 was Jay Marsh. District 6, Gary Himes. District 8, Lawrence Harville. And District 10, Greg Stone. Everybody ran unopposed this year, so there wasn't too many surprises there, but we want to congratulate them for winning their elections regardless, and we look forward to the fine work that they do on the Executive Council. Lee, let's talk about Club of the Month, shall we?
We can. Our December Club of the Month is the Coachella Valley Radio Control Club in Thermal, California. And it's a AMA Gold Leader Club. They have about 140 members. But what I really like about this club, besides that they have a really nice looking runway and facility, is that they do aerotow. So they have an aerotow event up there. Now that's mine. I mean, they're probably more well known for having Scale Masters, I believe, done out there, plus an annual jet event. But there was a gallery that they have on Flickr, and if you give me a second here, I'll bring up that screen. But they have a Flickr page, and they have all great gallery of volunteers who post photos from their events. But again, I love aerotow, and some kind of great group of guys, some really cool looking aerotow aircraft out there.
Oh yeah.
And okay, I admit it. This made me want to pick them because it speaks to my heart. Not everybody does aerotow. Just beautiful gliders. I mean, that's just how I got started. But look at the pits, guys. That's just amazing. They have these covered pits there. I think they recently changed these covers to something new. But again, I always like to see a group that has some great coverage of their events. And this Flickr page is really nice. So again, Coachella Valley RC Club in California. Congratulations.
Absolutely. Can I make a really random comment? The first photo that you showed there of their flying field, that overhead. First of all, as you mentioned, it looks like a gorgeous runway, a gorgeous facility, all of that. When you first pulled it up, is it bad that my first thought was that looks like Area 51?
It could be.
Sorry,
there might be some testing that we don't know about done out there.
I mean, you don't know. Very cool. Congratulations, Coachella Valley Radio Control Club, for being the December Club of the Month.
Yeah, we've announced or released put the announcement out there on social media. So if you get a chance, go visit their website. Look at some of the stuff they do. They have some events coming up. And again, their jet event, I don't think they have it listed on their schedule yet on their event calendar, but it happens, I think, next year, June, if I'm not mistaken. But take a look at that. And again, their Flickr gallery is really nice. So again, kudos to the photographers that are posting up.
Absolutely. If you guys aren't aware, I mean, we only talk about it every episode. So if you have not yet joined our IFlyAMA Facebook group, we encourage you to do that at your earliest possible convenience. All you got to do is go to facebook.com/groups/IFlyAMA to join today. You click that join button and answer a couple of questions. Lee, make sure that you're not a robot. Then you can come have your fun in the awesome community that is the IFlyAMA Facebook group. One of the cool things that we do every single month is we allow you guys to submit your photos to be offered as the cover photo for the month, and they're voted on by all of you based on how many likes, reactions, and all whatever those things are called. The young kids call them these days. And we find out who's going to be the cover photo winner for that month. Lee, let's talk about the cover photo winner for the month of December.
Our winner this month is Sean Zimmerman with this photo of his E-flite Viper 90. And it's kind of eerie when you scroll through and look at all the submitted photos. It just looks different. It basically it looks like a sunset photo. The background is trees. You can barely make them out on your screen here, but the contrast just pops. And so I reached out to Sean. He actually had a higher resolution for me, so I was like, oh, I gotta use that. So this is really nice. If you click on it, it's really pretty. So that's just the fun of sharing photos. We try to always pick someone who hasn't won before, but we encourage people to just post anything they got, even if you're a repeat winner, because it's entertaining. And then there are a lot of conversations that come out of it too. So a lot of people say, hey, where'd you get that? Or what kind of plane is that? Or where can I buy it? And stuff like that. It's like, oh, didn't you crash that? No, I'm just kidding. But Sean, thanks for submitting. You were the winner, and I enjoyed our little online chat. He was very excited to win, and you can be too. So just make sure you sign up for our IFlyAMA Facebook group, and I will get you in.
Very cool. Again, I say this every time, but the photos that you guys share are just absolutely amazing, and this was no exception. So congratulations for becoming the iFlyAMA cover photo for the month of December, Sean.
Look at that. And while we're here, I mentioned this at the beginning of the show. Here is the current status of the poll. So I'm one of the building. we're getting terrible rain this weekend, so I'm stuck in the workshop. But I'll tell you, that is just a happy place for me. It's like I get in the workshop, I get things moving along. I try not to make too many mistakes, and that's a happy place. So half of us are building. Everybody else is either flying or shopping. So. You can get in there too, Matt. Click on shopping.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get in there and vote and click, because unfortunately, like, it's too cold here to fly. I'm sorry. I know some people can stand it to go out, and they'll bundle up. They'll put the gloves on. It's too cold. I don't like the cold. I don't like it. So I'm not going to be flying. Building. I could start a project this weekend. Not opposed to it.
This is brand new. This just came out earlier. So some people doing some slope soaring. It's a great place to hang out if you're on Facebook. So come and join us. Hang out with us. Have a lot of fun.
Yeah. We wanted to shout out somebody in the chat there. Matthew commented. He said it's coming up on the end of his first year of flying RC planes and membership in the AMA. I absolutely love the hobby and the people. Shout out to my club members in the Clay County RC Flyers Club in New England. Very cool. Thank you for watching, Matthew. We appreciate you having you on the show. Crazy Quad Brothers P3 said he was cool meeting you, Lee, at Richardson Swap Meet. So very cool.
And Fitz.
Yeah, normally it's Fitz, and then like, oh yeah,
and that other guy. Yeah, but he did spot me first. So thanks for giving me the shout out. I appreciate it. We had a great time, and although I don't have the stuff here, I did buy stuff. Did I mention to you that I bought another P-38?
No, but I'm not surprised by that. By any means.
The guy, I threw a terrible offer at this guy. Said, I'm going to give you a horrible offer. And he goes, just throw it at me. I gave it to him. He said, it's yours. I was like, dude, another P-38. So, yeah, they're still out there. And by the way, we talk about build season. Shopping could be also swap meets. This is also the time for people to do indoor swap meets. So look for them, folks. We have an event finder.
Maybe I'll go shopping for a new kit to start building.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to share this. This is how we roll, folks. We're live here. But let me just bring up our modelaircraft.org website page. Okay, so if you go to modelaircraft.org, okay, and you scroll down, club and event finder. Go find some events in your neck of the woods, or if you're traveling, to go see family for the holidays, go see if there's an event nearby and type in swap meet, see if there's a swap meet. You can do some of your shopping there, but there are some deals to be found and some fun places to go. And we talked about, the weather. My buddy Terry, he flies out in the snow. He's got, little skis on his plane. So you can do it out there, folks.
He's one of those guys.
He'll fly anything.
Yeah. Hey, I got corrected. Matthew said that's Northeast Florida, not New England. Sorry, Matthew. The comment in my on my.
It got cut off.
Yeah, it got cut off in the screen that we use here. So my apologies to all of you guys out there in Northeast Florida, and the Clay County RC Flyer Club specifically. So let's switch over to talk about some upcoming deadlines that you guys will probably want to know about. It's a reminder for you guys to take advantage of some of the grants that the AMA Foundation offers. These are all currently open for applicants. If you go to modelaircraft.org/grants, you can learn more about all of these, including the Flying Site Improvement Grant, which the deadline is February the 1st, 2025. Our Takeoff and Grow Grant, which deadline is April the 1st, 2025. Our Disaster Relief Grant, which is available all year round. So if you have something going on that would apply to that, you can apply for that anytime. The Al Canzer AMA AED Save a Life Grant is also available year round. Our Club Recognition and Reward Grant is also available year round. So all of those grants you can find out more information about by going over to modelaircraft.org/grants, and be sure to get those applications in before the deadlines approach for the ones that do have those deadlines, specifically Flying Site Improvement and the Takeoff and Grow Grant. So speaking of the foundation just celebrated Giving Tuesday. I'm sure you guys saw a lot of Giving Tuesday posts on social media from a lot of your a lot of places that you frequent and a lot of the pages that you frequent as well. The AMA Foundation was no different. We had a little bit of a pet parade to celebrate and to use as a fundraiser for Giving Tuesday. Lee, we had some really cool submissions for the pet parade, didn't we?
One especially.
I think somebody's biased.
That's my buddy. That's my buddy Cody.
That's
a
beautiful.
That's a 17-pound Maine Coon, folks.
That is a beautiful cat,
and he acts exactly like an orange cat. Just saying. if you have an orange cat, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I submitted. I mean, I'm already a contributor for the foundation, so I had to put Cody in there, and I think it was a great thing to do because I love this hobby. So if you guys submitted your pets, I appreciate that.
Absolutely. We had some amazing submissions there. Look, I'm an animal lover and I'm a dog guy. I don't have any cats. I do have a dog. So I love seeing all the dog photos. The goal for the AMA Foundation was to raise $5,000, and the foundation surpassed that goal. They ended up raising $6,394 for Giving Tuesday this year. So we want to thank all of you who donated to the AMA Foundation for Giving Tuesday, because that was an amazing thing that you did. 10% of the entry fees for the pet parade is going to be donated to Mango's Miracles, which is a local rescue shelter here in East Central Indiana, and we appreciate all the work that they do. They've partnered with us on a couple of things here recently, and we're really excited to be able to pass on some of those donations to them. So thank you all for participating in the Giving Tuesday Pet Parade. We have some holiday news for you all. You know, I was going to say this earlier, but you know, I didn't, and then now I feel like I should. It's not festive enough in here. Hey, here we go. It is
magic.
It is officially the holiday season. And Lee, we got some holiday sales going on, right?
Yes, we do. And folks, I just want you to know that the AMA shop is giving a 15% off discount code called Save Now. So if you go to shop at modelaircraft.org, you can get a whole bunch of goodies for yourself or your friends. And in fact, I've got the screen for our store here. I don't know why it didn't pop up, but if you've never been to our online store, there's a lot of AMA swag you can buy. And again, for a friend or for yourself.
There you go.
And so I am wearing my AMA swag. You know, I have my AMA hat. I do have both this shirt. See, this is like the featured items. I have this shirt and this shirt because I love them. They're very comfortable. And I often wear these shirts to like AirVenture. So if you ever get to AirVenture, look around, see me wearing my AMA shirt and my AMA hat. Great gift ideas. So, you know, depending on which size, take 15% off, add it to your checkout. It's for everything in your checkout. and have fun with that. I've done a lot for my kids. I think they're AMA swagged up. I'm good with them. So I think it's going to be the 747 that my son takes it to the next level. But yeah, so tons of stuff in there, guys. Please take advantage of that. Go to shop.modelaircraft.org, use the Save Now discount code, and buy yourself something nice.
At 15% off, have one of every color.
You can.
Well, guys, this is our final show of 2024. I know this has been a crazy long year, but yet it flew by so fast. Go figure. The next time we see you, it's going to be 2025. And hey, who knows? We may have a new look to the show. It may look a little bit different, but it's going to be the same old folks that you've come to love. You know, this guy.
That guy. These guys. Yeah.
That guy. So we look forward to seeing you on the next episode of AMA Air. We want to also, once again, thank our... Oh, you know what? I didn't mention that, did I?
You didn't.
I didn't, and I should have. Well, if you didn't know, 2025 is going to be our 10th anniversary of AMA Air. We started AMA Air back in 2015. I was the producer of that show. We had Aaron Dobbs and Chris Savage were our hosts on that show. You know what? We may have to dig up some old clips and share with you guys over the next few months.
I was going to say in January we should probably show the first few clips and then bring it up to now.
Yeah, we'll have a whole year worth of celebrating our 10 years of AMA Air. We want to thank all of you guys for watching over the course of those 10 years. It's been a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to what 2025 brings for us. So yes, AMA Air, 10 years. Thank you for the reminder, Lee, because it completely slipped my brain.
I'm excited.
You know what? I am too. I actually am very excited. I'm excited that we've been able to keep it going for as long as we have. Well, if you guys are not yet members of the AMA, we encourage you to go head over to modelaircraft.org/join and see what the AMA can do for you. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button down below and hit the like button, share button, comment, do all those things. That all helps us out quite a bit. And we also want to especially thank our sponsor for this month's episode, HSD Jets USA. You can go to hsdjetsusa.com to learn more about them. So thank you to them so much for sponsoring this month's episode. Lee, thank you for being here, sir.
Same. Enjoy your company as always. And just everybody out there, thank you for joining all the shows of AMA Air. Matt's been doing a great job, keeping down the fort, and looking forward to next year. And for the upcoming holidays, you guys have blessed, happy holidays and a Merry Christmas.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys in 2025. See you later.